Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Um, the Honorable of Miss Dia Sukladawsari as the lecturer of error analysis subject, and today I will explain my final exam based on the tape script and video EFL students. Allow me introduce myself first. My name is Rizka Salsabiila Syahan. I'm from 7A1 class. And there are the table of content. The following presentation and collection of resources will focus on answering the final semester error analysis assignment questions. The first one is identification of errors, and the second one is classifying of errors, and the third is explaining of errors, and the fourth is evaluate of errors, and the last one is prevent or correction of errors. This is the identify the errors. Uh, I I identified from Pitah Justianti, and I classified by four errors. The red one is pronunciation error repeat, and the green is pronunciation error, and the blue is word choice error, and the purple is grammatical error. There are so many grammatical errors and pronunciation error repeat. Uh, I identify with the classification with uh, based on the color, and this is the identify the errors and classifying of errors pronunciation based on that text. The first is I am. The in the video is pronounced as am, like hello, uh, am from at student blah 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 blah, and should be corrected as I am. And the second is here in the video is pronounced as her and should be corrected as here. And the third is answer. In the video pronounced as answer and should be corrected as answer. And the fourth is knowledge. In the video is pronounced as knowledge and should be corrected as knowledge. And the fifth is improve. In the video is pronounced as improve and should be corrected as improve. And the sixth is now. In the video is pronounced as know and should be corrected as now. And the seventh is work. In the video is pronounced as rock and should be corrected as work. And the eighth is often. In the video is pronounced as oven and should be corrected as oven often. And the ninth is try. In the video is pronounced as tree and should be corrected as try. And the last is listen. In the video is pronounced as listen and should be corrected as listen. And grammatical error. I identify the grammatical error and the incorrect grammatical error. The first one is why did you join program at Puja? And the correct one is should be why did you join a program at Puja? And the next is which able to apple knowledge to often. And the correct one should be which is able to apply knowledge often. And the third is participating in your activities in my home and frontman teaching privately participating in Islamic activities, sport and others activities. So in the correct grammatical should be teaching privately, participating in Islamic activities, sports, and other activities at home. And the fourth is after I graduate from college, I will work good willing at hospital. I want to make my parents by fulfilling my parents' wishes. I want to enjoy live by traveling around Indonesia. And should be correct as after I graduate from college, I will work in a hospital and make my parents feel proud. And I also want to enjoy life by traveling around Indonesia. And the fifth is incorrect grammatical error is vocabulary is difficult to memorize. Do not understand the meaning. It should be The problem I have is the vocabulary is difficult to memorize and I do not understand the meaning. And the next one from grammatical error is incorrect pronunciation is after started working, I make my parents proud travel Indonesia and meet my own need. I will get married, good willy with a partner, good his proud, and I will be blessed with bros and plus children, become a Sekinah family to achieve goal and have from Allah blessing. The correct grammatical, it should be after starting work, I am to make my parents proud, travel around Indonesia, and meet my soulmate. And I will get married willingly to a good partner, have children, and build a Sakinah family with the help of Allah's blessing. And the next is incorrect grammatical. It's very important. English is an international language, so we must be able to speak English. It should be. It is very important. English is an international language, so we must be able to speak it. And the next is incorrect grammatical. Is I want to achieve is maturing English, such as public speaking, vocabulary, grammar. And it should be I want to achieve mastery in English, such as public speaking, vocabulary, and grammar. And the last is incorrect grammatical is because when in the work of work, people who can master English will be shown after and can work in other work trees. So the correct grammatical should be because in the workplace, people who can master English will stand out and have more opportunities in different fields. And the next is word choice error. I already identified the word choice error. The first one is to reach my goal of becoming a nurse. I don't know about the nurse with what from her means, but the better word is to reach my goal and becoming a nurse. But she said a nurse. And the second is reachable to able knowledge to obvious. And the better word is which is able to apply knowledge often. And the third is rock, God willing and hospital. It's a better word when she used work with goodwill in hospital. And the next is breast with bros and plus children. Better word is blessed with children. And the next is with good, he's proud. So it's a better word when she used with good partner who is proud. And the next is to achieve goal and help from Allah blessing. The better word from this word choice is to achieve my goals and receive Allah's blessing. And the seventh is by fulfilling my parents' wishes. So in this word choice, a better word is by fulfilling my parents' wishes. And next, I will explaining of errors, sources of error. The first one is the writer's native language influence their choice of word and sentence structure, leading to missing articles, awkward phrasing, and incorrect word choices. For example, like girl instead of girl is categories to link one interference. And the next is errors like a nurse and of it suggests the writer likes vocabulary knowledge or relies on phonetic spelling. Its categories to vocabulary limitation. And the third is the press care for few people and apply knowledge too often in it. Seems like direct translation of Indonesian expression, which do not align with English grammar. Its categories to direct translation. And the next is word like nursing and participating indicate relates to on phonetic sounds. Its category to phonetic spelling. And the next is errors such as incorrect nouns from activities instead of activities. And awkward pricing suggests limited understanding of English grammar. Its categories to limited grammar knowledge. And the next is press like fragment teaching privately, and your activities in my home are likely direct translation from Bahasa Indonesia, leading to awkward English pressing. It's categorized to direct translation. And the last is the repetitive structure. Feel fulfilling shows an attempt to overemphasize an idea without correct grammar knowledge. It's categorized to overgeneralization. And then next, I will explain the explaining of errors, causes of the errors. The original sentence of the error is very important. English is an international language, so we must be able to speak English. It's categorized to causes of error to simplistic sentence construction. So, limitation in construction complex sentence to explain the reasons why it is important to learn English. And the next is original sentence. I want to achieve is maturing English, such as public speaking, vocabulary, and grammar. Is entering grammar weakness uh, because the sentence that do not use correct grammar, for example, lacking preposition or conjunction. And the third is original sentence is because when in the work of work, people who can master English will be shown after and can work in other work trees. The grammar error is grammar errors in the use of tenses, subject-verb agreement, and inappropriate phrase. Still, from explaining causes of the errors. So the original sentence is learn vocabulary, listen to mu- British music, and try to write diaries after read the English book, watch movies without subtitles. The punctuation issues a sentence do not use adequate punctuation, reflecting a lack of understanding of written structure. And the next is original sentence is vocabulary is difficult to memorize, do not understand the meaning. Is entering the limited sentence structure of knowledge, like difficulty expressing ideas in more complete and detailed sentence. And the last one is increase listening, read English books, practice speaking in English. This is lack of elaboration because it doesn't provide enough detail on how to improve English skill. And the next is evaluate the error. Uh, how I evaluate the errors from the text because the text contains many errors in spelling, grammar, vocabulary, sentence structure, and punctuation. Spelling errors are seen in words such as nurse, it means nurse, college means college, and apple knowledge means applied knowledge. Grammatical problems include incorrect tenses such as will be show after instead of will be sought after, and ungrammatical sentence structure such as after I graduate from college, I will work good willing and hospital. In addition, the use of vocabulary is often inappropriate, such as public speaking, and rock trees, field of rock, which indicate a lack of vocabulary mastery and direct translation from the mother tongue. And then the sentence structure in this text is also often incorrect, such as I will so like to hype and care for few people, not only for work, but also for people who can avoid out of there, which is difficult to understand pronunciation and capitalization errors, such as British music instead of British music, also indicate of lack of attention to detail. Overall, this text lacks clarity and coherence, requiring practice writing simple sentences, reading formal English text, and seeking feedback from a tutor to improve spelling, grammar, and sentence structure. And the next is proven or correct. There are six proven or correct uh, from the text. The first one is vocabulary mastery practice. Learn new vocabulary gradually through common word lists and use them in simple sentence. And the second one is grammar improvement. It means learn the basic rules of English grammar, including tenses, and sentence structure and preposition. And the third is improvement. Start writing short, simple sentence. Pay attention. Pay attention to the subject plus predicate plus object and structure that is the basic of English sentence. And the fourth is listening and reading English material. Listen to English podcasts or music and read simple books or article. Pay attention to how words and sentence structure are used in the context. And the fifth is pronunciation and speaking practice. It means like practice your pronunciation by imitating native speakers through videos or audio and record yourself to assess your pronunciation and revise based on references. And the last is use technology because use tools like Grammarly or Microsoft Word to check your spelling and grammar. These tools will provide automatic correction and explanation for any errors. So I think that's enough from my presentation. Well, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.